Hey everybody, Jeremy here, and today we are going to be taking a look at a set from the newly released classic line of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles building block sets from Bloks. This is one of the first, and it's also one of the largest. This set is called Krang's Rampage, and I got this for $34.99 at Toys R Us. And it comes with everything that you see here. It comes with a brick-built version of Krang's robot body with Krang on the inside, 2 minifigures in Leonardo and Raphael, and it also comes with this brick-built version of a pizza stand that has a little piece of pizza, and it also comes with a printed piece for the box that the pizza comes in, as well as a printed umbrella piece, and it also comes with this stand from a billboard that has April O'Neil on it, and everything that you see here is a printed piece. This set has no stickers whatsoever. It is really cool. I love this set. I love this line because it takes us back to the classic line of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the cartoon show, not the new Nicktoons one, which Bloks also makes sets and minifigures for, but this is more so for collectors. People who are around my age, who were really into this TV show growing up, and we always will hold a very nostalgic place in our hearts for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, without further ado, let's look at the biggest piece of this set. Let's get a closer look at Krang's robot body. So as you can see, Bloks did a really good job of matching the colors of Krang's robot body, all the way down from his skin color to the silver on his head and on his armor, and the little yellow belt. It looks so 90s. You probably would not see a character like this these days, but they did a really good job on it. And as you can see with this billboard previously, I just had him holding the billboard in one hand, but the thing is, his hands are somewhat a little bit rubbery, so you can squeeze these two pillars from the billboard into his hands, and you can have them lifted up like this. The whole idea is that Krang's using this in order to try to smash the turtles around. So this is also a really cool piece here. You build up this billboard stand, it's using a variety of bricks, and it has April O'Neil on it, the classic April O'Neil. I absolutely love that, and I love that this is a piece that you can use as a weapon and not just something that kind of just stands alone, because this is a collector piece, and as collectors we tend to not want to have little random pieces strewn about all over the place, so it gives you an opportunity to actually put that somewhere. This guy has some really good articulation, very similar to a lot of Bloks micro action figures these days. There are ball joints all over this guy. His head is on a ball joint, so you can move his head 360 degrees. Can't really move it up or to the side or anything like that, but you can try to get some emotion out of it simply by having him turn his head in the direction of where he wants to look or attack. His arms are on ball joints as well. All the way around, you can get a 360 degree range of motion thanks to that ball joint. And his elbow joint here is on a hinge. This is not a ball joint, but this is simply on a hinge. But it does really allow you to get some pretty cool dynamic poses out of this guy. His legs are also on ball joints, and his feet not on ball joints, but you can still kind of move them around just a little bit. His ankles, however, are on ball joints, so we can just kind of try to move that around. And you see like this little piece right here for his foot just came off, so let's just put that back down there. All right, so we can kind of like get him to pose like that, and you can stretch him out a bit, and it's really cool considering how large this type of buildable figure is. It's great to be able to get that kind of range of motion out of him, and I think that that's really, really cool there. These little pieces, these little rubber pieces that are a part of his sort of armor suspender straps, these are made of a rubbery material. So when you go to try to put these on, it may not actually fit. So you just have to stretch it out a little bit in order to put them into these little yellow circles here so that it can stay put. But this guy, he wasn't too difficult to build. It's a lot of repetition. It's a lot of repetition because you do have to create the arms twice, you do have to create the feet twice, you have to create pretty much everything twice in a bit of a mirror image of itself in order for it to fully work. But I absolutely love how this guy came out. We can kind of even try to get him like in one of these poses here where there he goes. He's just really fond of himself. Now, as you can see, this piece right here just came off. It's not necessarily indicative of, like the quality of the figure overall. It's just one of those things. Mega Bloks, it is a really good brand of brick. However, it's still not quite up to the quality. Just got that back on. It's not quite up to the quality of something like Lego, in case you're wondering. Yes, it is good. It's better. It's much better than it used to be. But through putting this guy together, sometimes some pieces, they don't snap together quite as easily or fluidly like I would want them to. And just by kind of messing around with this guy and posing him a little bit, there are a couple of pieces, one's here on his foot and the other one on the back of his arm here that, just kind of fell off, have to put back on. It doesn't fall into pieces, which is a very good thing. But, that's just something that you just have to kind of be aware of. But I would not take that as meaning like, hey, you should pass up on this guy or anything like that, because he still holds together very well. It's just that those little pieces just fell off. His head also does come off. This is one solid piece. You do not have to assemble the head. And this is a nice printed piece. And that's another thing I really do love about Mega Bloks. They will use individual custom pieces just for a single set, or custom printed pieces just for a single set. They will not cheap out when it comes to doing unique things for one-offs, or maybe just for one little small run of a series and then just forget about it. I love how they do that. So Krang's robot body turned out pretty nice. This is a classic look. It's a really great look. I really like it. But now let's take a look at the Ninja Turtle figures, which I think are phenomenal, and they did a really good job on those as well. These are some of the best representations of Ninja Turtle minifigures that I have ever seen from any brand, period. Man, Mega Bloks did such a good job on these guys. And the reason why you know that these particular sets are aimed towards collectors, because not only do the boxes look pretty cool, but the shells on these guys are actually metal. They have metal shells, and I just could not believe it. It probably comes off on the camera. They're shiny, there's this metallic shiny color, and I was not expecting that at all. The face sculpt on these guys is great. They look just like they did in the old cartoon series. And the articulation, as usual with these figures, is really, really cool. They also come with these printed sewer display bases that have the classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo on it. So you can stand these guys up and put them on these bases. I think that's really cool. And articulation is just fantastic, These characters, these turtles came pre-assembled. But just check this out, we have this great range of motion, 360 degrees in the shoulder. We've got some elbow bend there. We can move his head all the way around his head, even tilt, so he can go up. We can go up, we can go down, we can go side to side. It's all good. And even the feet here, the feet pivot from left to right. You can do that. You can move the legs out, and since these guys stand on bases, you don't necessarily have to worry too much about maybe not necessarily getting them to stand up in the way that you want, because all you have to do is just slap them down on the base and then all is well. So you can just pose these guys up in whatever way that you want. They come with their weapons. Raphael comes with his 2 scythes, and Leonardo here, of course, he has his 2 swords. Over on the back, there's a hole in the shell if you want to put something in there, but Leonardo did not come with sheaths so that you can put his swords in. So you're going to have him hold his swords, but that's not a problem to me. The swords look great. It's a great color. Love that shiny silver that they have on the sword. And just like Raphael, there is great posability with this guy, and it just works so well. So I'm very happy with the way that these minifigures turned out. So these are just 2 of the turtles. If you want to get Donatello and if you want to get Michelangelo, I believe that those turtles are sold in sets that are separate from this as like individual standalone packs. And of course, you're going to have to buy those separately in order to get all 4 turtles. But hey, man, it's worth it because these guys look absolutely fantastic. I think they look great, and I am so glad they came out with this line. When I first heard about it, I just had to go out and get it because I thought it was going to be that good. Turns out I was right. Hey guys, so there you go. That is the Krang's Rampage set from Mega Bloks, and I think it's fantastic. One more thing before I go. The Krang here you can remove him. And Krang is just like this little rubbery piece here. He's somewhat hard, but he is made of rubber, so he just goes right into the middle there, and he will not move. He looks absolutely great there, and it's a great look and a great pose for him. I really like this set. I can't wait to see what else Mega Bloks comes out with in this line. I've got a couple more, or at least one more review coming up from this set, and that includes the Villains pack that contains Rocksteady and another one that contains Bebop. So if you want to see that video and that review, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it, and that video is coming up very soon. So until next time, I'm Jeremy, and I'll talk to you later.